Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, First Community Financial Bank, the community bank where you come first. If you're just joining us, you're watching Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Wernette, and my second guest is Naperville CARES. With me today are Janet Derrick, who is the Executive Director, and Gail Niemeyer, who is a longtime supporter of the organization and a Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage Charitable Foundation representative for us. Yes, so we're so glad you're with us.
Thank you.
Janet, tell us, to get us started, a little bit more about Naperville CARES.
So Naperville CARES has been serving the community for 15 years. We prevent homelessness. We do that through two of our programs, emergency assistance, where we pay for basically rent and utilities for people that have had some unexpected expense or a loss of income. And then we also have a car program where we take donated vehicles and make the necessary repairs and give them to a family that is working, that needs transportation to get to work. And then we also repair client-owned vehicles for individuals that are working. So, again, there's many people in this community that need that extra help. Because we've had an increase of poverty, unfortunately, in DuPage County. And just look at our school districts are a perfect example of that, where we've had an increase in the number of children who are eligible for free and reduced lunch. And those numbers are 17%, I think, in 2004, and about 16% for 2003. So those numbers have increased dramatically over the last few years. So we're here to help those families that need that extra help.
And find themselves, I think we're seeing a lot more people who are suddenly finding themselves in a financial situation they weren't ever expecting or prepared for. And that's really where you get involved, right?
And exactly. So we get referrals from the city of Naperville. People can't pay their utility bills. I think the other thing that's important to note is 60% of our clients have someone who's working in the household. So we've had, it's expensive to live in DuPage County, but salaries have not and wages have not kept pace. Families need to earn about $25 an hour to be able to afford housing out here, but with minimum wage rates and the hours that they work, and they have many part-time jobs. So that's the difficulty that we're facing right now in the community.
It's tough. Gail, what drew you to the organization, and why do you feel it's so important here in Naperville?
Well, we have an office in Naperville, but we have a whole western region that supports Naperville CARES, as well as Lazarus House and Bridge Communities and DuPage PADS. And as realtors, we realized that there was a need for people to be able to benefit from our services. Mm-hmm. So we could help them out with housing and financial needs, but when it came to being able to help them with homelessness or housing needs, we wanted to make sure that we could contribute to an organization. So our group started in 2007, and it's all 4,000 employees of the Chicagoland Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage offices. And we donate money from commissions. We have charitable fundraisers, and we just want to be able to help those housing-related charities so that we're serving the needs of the people in the communities that we work in.
I think that's terrific. I mean, you're not just putting a roof over people's head when you sell it, you're helping them keep that roof over their head.
Absolutely.
With the work that you're doing. That's tremendous. Janet, tell us a little bit more about, you mentioned about the CARE program. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit more about that, and maybe some of the other programs that you're offering at CARES.
Well, I think the important thing that CARES really does is with both of those programs is the collaboration and coordination that go with those programs. So with emergency assistance, we work with many local congregations, government agencies, if there's money available for the work we're doing. Many of the government agencies do have income guidelines, so we help those people that don't meet those guidelines. What's really important, though, is we maximize, and for people that donate money to us, we basically leverage that money. So we would spend, we put a package together. Our average spend is still only about $344 per family, but then we leverage that for another $300 in the community. So you're really hitting the immediate need and getting those people over the hump so that our outcomes are much better. 3 months after people get assistance from us, we expect 80% will still be housed. Well, 93% are still housed.
That's great.
And then, for utilities, 80%, but 92% still have their utilities on. So we are very effective because we're maximizing the assistance without the duplication of services.
That's really amazing. And then that's where Coldwell Banker's money will really get uplifted into the work that you're doing there. That's terrific.
It's really great. I mean, that's, again, we tell funders that all the time. We're basically leveraging them, almost, doubling their money and the effect in the community because of our wonderful organizations that we connect with throughout. And what's great about the true collaboration is many of the agencies that Gail supports, we refer to when it's appropriate.
So they work together.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Now, how do you get real estate agents to help and want to be a part of that? Is that an easy sell?
It's an easy sell because they see some of these people and they see some of the poverty issues that we have in Naperville every day because they're out there in the community. And I think truly an example is one time Janet needed, she said, can you guys get us any mittens or hats or anything for Christmas? And we wrote out to the agents, and then everyone just brought in mittens and hats and scarves, and we kept bringing them all over to CARES. So we just kind of send out that email to the agents and we say, this is what the local charities need, and they respond.
That's fantastic. You're in the community, so it's
Absolutely.
so lovely to see you working so hard in the community. That's great. Tell us a little bit, because we're coming right up on your very largest fundraiser, Cuisine for a Cause. Cuisine for a Cause.
Yeah.
Give us a quick overview of that.
Yeah, so Cuisine for a Cause is, basically a taste of Naperville. We have over 20 restaurants from the community that'll be there, offering their sample-sized portions, beer and wine tasting. Where Navistar again is very generous. They're hosting us again this year. It's April 25th. It is. We call it the largest cocktail party in Naperville, which it is a great fun. It's for 500 of your dearest and closest friends. And it is a great time. And Gail and her always brings a great group of people to come. And we have a silent and a live auction. And we're adding mobile bidding this year. So that'll be a fun thing for our guests.
So we can
like
walk
that,
around.
We're on our phones all the time.
Yeah.
Yes,
exactly.
So you can walk around and be bidding while you're sampling.
Exactly.
That's terrific.
Exactly.
That's terrific. So we encourage people to go to their website. Come on out to the 12th Annual Cuisine for a Cause. That's on April 25th at Navistars. Visit the website. And we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be right back with more Spotlight.